Perfect. There we go. All right. Okay, so I am going to call Trisha here, but now that we're recording, I just want to remind all of the members out there that if you are not so tech savvy like me and you're struggling to understand the Zoom, please remember that I can still call you just like old times. That is not a big deal. I'm going to call my first member here, and you guys just call me or message me, not call me, message me or text me on members days before we go live, and then I will put you on the call list just like I always did. Okay, so if you are if you're a member and you haven't had a reading in a few months because of all these changes that have happened on Facebook, then please send me an email and we will get you in right away. Oh, I almost forgot something, you guys. It's sitting right beside me. Do you guys know what this is? Some of you do. This is the members bag, box, whatever you want to see it. So when you get a membership, if you get a 6-month membership, your name goes in here once. If you get a 1-year membership, then your name goes in here 3 times. And oh, there's Trisha. I don't have to even call you. Perfect. So once a month, I pick a name out of here, and that person wins a completely free private reading. I missed March. There was so much chaos going on in February. I picked 2 for February to make up for it, but then I missed March. So today we're going to pick 2, one for March and one for April, and then I'm all caught up. Okay, so guys, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. And just so you know, I updated this morning, made sure everybody's name was in here. Okay, first person. This is one of my new members too, Terry White. Tammy, can you please note these people so that you can send them an email for me after? All right, here we go. A second. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go. Who is this? Okay, and Katrina Shade. So Terry White and Katrina Shade. My sister will contact you, and then you guys can just schedule a time for your free reading. It's a phone reading, but we'll just set it up and you get a completely free 1-hour private reading. Woohoo! Okay, so that being said, and now Trisha, because you're here, I don't have to call you. I thought you were having trouble getting in, so I was going to call you. But now you're here. Welcome. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
I can hear you. See, it wasn't so hard, was it, Trish? Oh, Trisha.
Hey, look, I didn't think I could do it, but I did.
See, I'm so proud of you, because you know what? You represent all of the people out there that are also having trouble getting this or think that they can't do this. It's a lot simpler than it looks, right? Pretty much just click and follow the link. Okay, I'm starting with you because your dad's been up my butt since you contacted me this morning. He's been like right here in my ear, and there's another lady there. So we're starting with you because I got to get them out of my head. Good? Okay, so can I get you to sit with both feet flat on the floor for me?
Yep.
Already they're starting. Okay. Both feet flat on the floor. I want you to close your eyes. And then when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body, and then blow it directly towards me and give me a minute to focus. That's interesting. Okay. You see me itching my face all over, right?
Yeah.
I've been a member long enough, you know, I'm sure you know that's a sign of some type of disfiguration of the body. I think I have the daughter coming through. This is your boyfriend's daughter, correct? There's a young, if I remember correctly, that's who this is. She comes through with the mother figure. She always comes through with the mother figure, but I don't remember if this is your boyfriend's mother or her mother.
It'd be my boyfriend's mom.
That's what I thought. They're both coming forward, putting the white blanket around your boyfriend's shoulders. The white blanket is my symbol for watching over somebody with health or stress issues. They're very much putting that over his shoulder. And then I feel gratitude going towards you and a bit of a kick in the ass towards him. I don't know what that means. Slow this down. Is he, what is this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? I'm seeing a truck. Does he drive for a living?
Tow truck, yep.
Okay. Is he really stressed out around work or what is this? Because they're doing two things, remember. So the daughter passed with some type of disfiguration around the body before she passed, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just validating that so it can go away. Because she's like, they're very much saying that he's really stressed out, but I don't think he needs to be stressed out because they're spinning him around and kicking him in the ass, which is my symbol for accountability or something like that. But they're gratitude for you. So it's almost like they're thanking you for holding him accountable so that he can get rid of the stress. Ooh, that makes sense. Do you understand that?
Kind of, sort of. I know he's been stressed out at work. He's an older, right? So he goes to bed like at 6 o'clock at night and he just can't get enough sleep. And I noticed that when he gets tired, he snaps and he's hateful and bitchy with me. And I just tell him, go to bed. Go to bed. I don't want to hear you.
There you go. You've been holding him accountable for his moods and his stress. That's what they're talking about. And they're thanking you for doing that because the way they're making me feel is that, see, sometimes people can get addicted to the stress hormones, right? And it's not like we do this on purpose. And it's not even that I think he's addicted to the stress hormones. You know what? He's going through a bit of a change here. And in order to shed the old skin, he has to learn new behaviors. That's why he's so tired right now, because he's kind of shifting. When we start shifting and evolving, when our consciousness starts evolving to the fifth dimension instead of the third, and we start seeing the bigger picture on things, A, it can feel a lot more stressful. And B, it makes our bodies very, very tired. And we can go through these prolonged periods of needing excess rest. But that's okay. That's usually a sign that we're going to need that rest for what's coming up. And I think that's really what they're talking about here, because there's some good things coming up around the corner. But if he still focuses on that stress, then he's pinching it off. They keep showing me the iodine. I've said this before, and please make sure that you either talk to your doctor or just remember that I'm not a health professional, but I do have to mention this when it comes to him because they're showing me this. Most people in this world are iodine deficient. I was one of them. And what that can look like is depression, extreme fatigue, brain fog, all of that kind of stuff, weight gain, all of that. And when you start taking a nascent iodine, that about 10,000 mcgs. So a bottle of iodine is like red, right? You can get it at any health food store. And just taking like a dropper full of that in a little shot of water every single morning will completely transform his life. I'm telling you right now, yours too. Your dad's like cutting it in the background. He goes, hers too, hers too. Ah. Hold on. Have you been having brain fog recently, hun?
Have I been having what?
Brain fog. Do you know what I mean by brain fog?
No.
Brain fog is where like you kind of lose your sentence or things feel a little foggy sometimes. You feel like you can't concentrate so well, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, you need some nascent iodine. Hold on, I'm gonna let this cat out before he drives me crazy. One sec. Go, you. Honey, go. Oh, sorry, guys. Chaos City today. This is what it's like at my house on a Saturday. So, yeah, they're saying definitely look into this because I'm telling you right now, since I started taking this, my thyroid problems disappeared. I've lost 35 pounds. My brain fog is gone. And the most impressive thing that it started to do was eliminate my fibromyalgia pain, which is extraordinary. But the guy who invented the brand that I'm taking right now, he invented it because his wife and his daughter committed suicide. And nascent iodine decalcifies the pineal gland so that we don't feel depressed anymore. Does that make sense? And
yeah.
It gives you a ton of energy. So I think it would help him as far as rest goes. Okay.
Well, his daughter took her own life.
Yeah, see, this is why they're showing me the nascent iodine. That just gave me goosebumps everywhere. Because there's a reason. See, there's a reason that she made me tell that story. I mean, I talked about iodine a million times on here. I've never told you the backup story to it except for now. And I think the reason why that happened is because she needs him to know that this is from her to him. You know, it's close to home is the word I'm looking for, I guess. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Okay, so hold on. Do you know that she thinks of you like a mother figure? She's like, that's my stepmom. I heard that very loud and clear, even though I don't know how much you knew her in the physical world. Did she shows me distance or space? Did she live a distance away from you, hon?
She couch surfed, so yes.
I see. Okay, so your dad's coming in again. He's really proud of himself that he brought her through for that because he just wants everybody happy. And he's like, come on, let's get this mood going up. And you haven't saged in a while, have you?
No.
Because he's saying, get the sage out. There's some stagnant energy around you that I think has to get moving. I'm seeing you. He's saying, open the windows and let the sunshine in. Has it been a while since you've been outside?
No, I was just outside today.
Good. Because before today, has it been a while since you've been outside?
Nope. I go outside every day.
Is your house really dark? He's still opening the curtains.
I just closed the curtains, the blinds today because the sun's beaming in.
That's what he said. He said, open the curtains and let the light in. And I'm like, well, she said she was already outside. He's like, I don't care. Open the curtains and let the light in. That's so funny. That's one way to prove that he's there with you. And then I'm seeing house plants, hon. Do you have house plants?
Not one.
I think I'm switching, to be honest with you. I think I'm switching because there's absolutely a lady coming in and I literally heard, and then I saw house plants and watering house plants. Interesting. That's for somebody on here. I think I'm with Diane, but that's okay. Hold on. Partly for you too. There's a reason why this interjected in your reading. See, I think what they're talking about, and this is exactly what I was talking about before we started, is that if I've read for you a number of times, your loved ones don't just come forward and validate, they come forward and give you the guidance of whatever. So I don't know whatever it is that you're trying to do or accomplish in your world right now, but they do. So what they're doing is they're saying, continue to let the light in, go outside. And if you've been doing that recently, that's awesome. You're picking up their, ooh, when I say that, your dad's like, exactly. You're picking up our energy, telling you to get out, get out, get out. There's vitamin D in the sun and it helps eliminate depression as well. But they, you know what they're trying to do? They're trying to switch that energy in your house. That's why they're showing me the light coming in and I can feel that stagnant energy there. I want you to sage your house, hon. I want you to sage your house. Put this down. Do you know how to do that?
No, but I've watched you one time do it.
The easiest way, I mean, you can get sage sticks, but I think they're a fire hazard. I don't like using them. But my favorite way to do it is just to get a bag of ground sage. You can get it from any grocery store. I usually say a blessing over the sage, and then put a little bit in a bowl and then just light it with a lighter so that it catches kind of like incense. And then you just let the smoke go all over your house. They're really excited about something coming up. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but they're trying to get you all in a good mood, trying to get you on the same page. It's interesting. There's two messages coming through as they're kind of pulling their energy back and giving me two new messages at the same time. As they're pulling their energy back, I feel gratitude for you uplifting your mood and trying to uplift his. And I think that's what this was all about today. Because there is, if you can understand this, if you can think of this giant like vortex of everything that you've ever asked for, all of your desires, all of your wishes in this giant vortex right here, vibrational vortex swirling around you. And these things are trying to come into your world, but your energy, there's a couple of things in your energy field that are pinching it off. And I think that's why they're trying to get him to your uplifted mood, because I don't know how to explain this, but they're showing me your mood down here and then going boop, 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 boop. So have you been just like feeling better and better and better and better every day? You understand that?
Sort of, yes and no. I
That's
have, right? Some days you feel really good, other days you feel like crap. Then other days you feel
well, that's normal. I tell people all the time, life is like a heartbeat. It's up and it's down and it's across. And if it's straight, if it's flat, you're dead. So don't be sad if you're having a down day. That just means you're alive like everybody else. But hun, there's some really, really, really good days coming your way. I don't know exactly what they're talking about here. There's something around the house that's coming in because I feel like people are coming to visit or something's happening in your home. This good stuff is coming into your home because they're trying to clear the energy there. And they're telling you to bring, like, let the light in and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't know exactly what's coming up here. They won't give me a clear picture. It feels like around the house and it feels like around work. Not so much for him, for you. Interesting. Are you not working right now?
I do work, yeah.
Why do I feel the energy of, excuse my French, this isn't quite French, but you get the point. Shit or get off the pot.
I don't know. I have a daycare in my home.
Aww. There's something, I see. Now I'm understanding. Because they told you to clear the air. There's happiness coming in. There's sunshine coming in. There's something. Have you been trying to expand your daycare or something like that?
Exactly, yeah.
See, this is what they're talking about. This is why they're telling you to clear the air, to let the happiness and the sunshine in, and to clear his mood a little bit. Let him know everything's going to be great. Something around that expansion is absolutely happening. I think the reason why they're showing me it pinched off right now, you know what it is? It's just that it's a little bit foggy. Definitely take that iodine, because when your brain is not fogged out and you're feeling it, you go from having, so you know the analogy I used with the heartbeat, up and down, up and down.
Yep.
When you start taking the iodine and when you start getting into more of the fifth dimension than the third dimension, you still have down days, but they're A, not as deep down as they were before, and B, they're fewer and far between. It's more like you have up and down in the higher realms of emotion and not so much in the lower realms. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then who's got the birthday that is coming up? I think around May. Well, it could be March. I just see MA.
It's weird how you said that because I'm May and my boyfriend had a birthday.
There you go. So it's a happy birthday to both of you because I got both your families in my ear.
Yep.
Get excited. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to stop trying to expand it and get excited because it's going to expand. Do you see the difference?
Yep.
And know that your dad loves you so much. He just kissed your cheek and he's like, isn't she beautiful? And I'm like, I still can't see her. He says that every time, but I usually can't see you because you're on the phone and I still can't see you because you got your camera blocked off. He thinks he's funny.
Next time I'll go on with you.
That's what my sister said. Tracy, I was not prepared for this. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It took me a long time to be able to get ready, like camera ready every single day. That takes practice.
Yep.
They're pulling their energy back. I hope that was helpful, hun.
Very helpful.
All right. You have a great rest of your day. You can stay on here, just mute yourself.
Okay.
And yeah, just enjoy the rest of the reading. Okay. Trish, I got to come to you. Trish, I have to come to you because, and then, slow down, you guys. Give me a second here.
Trish as in Trish Corbett?
Yes.
Okay.
Because now I'm getting really hot. You have the young person that's trying to come through. You have a son on the other side, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, he's making me really hot now because he's like forcing himself. He was like trying to force the energy through. You're going to me next because Diane, I think it's her mom, she was trying to cut through in that other reading as well with the plants and stuff like that. Oh, and Trisha, if you're listening, that plant thing, it just meant get some plants in your house. That helps get the oxygen going, I think is what they meant by that. We never came around to that. But anyway, so when she was doing that, I felt this young male enter in, and he's making me really hot right now because he's projecting all this energy going, I'm next. I'm next. Okay.
I have tons of plants too.
There we go.
I have a huge window of plants, full to the ceiling.
Is your mom on the other side as well, hun?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, here she is. Your son is with your mom, just so you know. And then
They went-
what is this? I'm seeing like ATVs or like motorbikes or ATVs or something like this. Do you have another son or another
Yeah, 2 other sons.
That's what I thought. Because I don't know if they're planning a trip coming up or one of them's buying a motorcycle or an ATV or something like this. But the son that's on the other side is getting really excited about going on this trip or doing this motorcycle thing. I'm feeling a lot of it, like adrenaline rush. I don't know how to explain this. I feel this adrenaline rush, and then normally an adrenaline rush like that would freak me out, and I'd be like, no way. But this, I don't know how to explain it. It almost feels fun. I don't know how to explain it.
So one son just bought a big truck and a trailer at the same time, like within the last 2 weeks.
Okay. But what
And
is
they're
Sorry?
out west. They just moved out to British Columbia, both of them, both sons.
oh, so the son that's on the other side wants you to know that he's going with them, that he sees all of them at the same time, that he's with them. But there's an adrenaline rush here. Like I'm feeling mud and sports, and I don't know how to explain this.
I don't know.
He's making me feel excited about things that I would never do. Put it that way. Was he a bit of an adrenaline junkie?
Totally.
Okay, that would make sense. Because I'm seeing like he's taking me way up high, and instead of getting like I'm gonna puke like I normally would, I feel this adrenaline rush of like, yes. And then I'm seeing like mud splashing everywhere, and I feel like, yes, and like going really fast in my hair, and like, yeah. And I know that's not me because normally I'd puke. Makes sense?
Yeah, probably. Yes. He's having fun, maybe.
He's having so much fun. He's like, this is the biggest adrenaline rush. He hasn't been on the other side very long, has he?
No.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry. He's like, oh, when I said that, he reached behind you and wrapped his arms all the way around you. And he's like, Mama Bear. Hold on. Slow this down. He keeps showing me that, wrapping his arms around you and kissing your cheek. And by the way he's showing me this, I almost wonder if you felt this recently. Did you feel something on your arms, or have you felt like an itchy cheek or like a thing on your cheek?
No, but I'm not paying attention to that, so I will.
Because spirit doesn't have a physical presence like you and I do, right? So you will feel them suddenly, or not suddenly, slightly. Very, very like a tickle almost. Like, have you ever been sitting there with your feet up and all of a sudden you'll feel something tickling your toes and there's nothing there? You've never felt that? Oh my gosh, you should be a psychic medium for a while. Because this is how they do it. You feel very subtly. You understand? He's trying to communicate with you, and he's talking about the bedroom. I don't know what this is. Did you just change over a room or something? I'm seeing something changing or renovating. He's throwing stuff out and bringing stuff in. Did he live at home, hun?
Not before he died, no. He lived out west in British Columbia.
I'm seeing
But
gratitude.
I was going to say, though, that we just renovated the bathroom not that long ago, and I do have things I want to move in and out of a bedroom. So,
That makes sense.
like furniture. Yeah.
So he's trying to validate that he's with you right now. See, number one, that's the number one thing spirit do, is they don't try to predict what's coming up for you. Most times they try to validate that they're here and now. He was there at Easter. He's showing me Easter. He's very specifically showing me Easter. He's like, I was in three places. Was your family not all together at Easter?
No,
He knows.
there were 3 gatherings. So
See? He knows he was at all 3 because that's what he said. I was in 3 spaces.
mine wasn't Ontario, though. We were totally shut down. It was just my husband and I. But out
Uh-oh.
boys and a nephew, and in Halifax there was the rest of the family. So yeah, those are the 3.
He attended all 3.
Hmm.
He said it's kind of cool to be able to do that. He's like, the word I think I heard was like trippy because he can be in all 3 places at the same time.
Oh, nice.
He loves that you're doing this. I have to say, now that I'm still seeing that changing of the furniture, things going in and out of the bedroom, things like this. And then I feel the heart going around it. It's almost like this is your healing. You know what I mean? This is what you're doing to keep yourself occupied, keep yourself busy, keep your mind off of it. And he loves it because he's making me feel like you're better at this, I think, than you thought. I don't know if you stalled it or you procrastinated doing these upgrades for a while and now you're doing them because you need something to do and it's looking way better than you thought it would. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
He's like, Mom, I'm still here. He's like taking deep breaths. He's like, I'm just Mr. Invisible. You're going to get used to talking to me this way, one way or another. And then I'm hearing the music go way up. He's in the music, he said. I'm in the music. So you must have just heard songs recently that made you reminded you of him or made you feel him.
Hmm.
When I say that, he goes, do it, do it, do it, do it. I can't see you hardly, so I'm going to put my glasses on for a second. There we go. Did you just play music that reminded you of him?
No, not recently.
That's why he's going, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I think he's trying to let you know he's there. He's making me feel like while you're doing these renovations and stuff, he wants you to feel his energy with you. And oftentimes what happens when somebody passes is the living stop doing the things that they used to do with their loved one because they interpret it as pain, right? I can't do that. I used to do that with that person and it'll make me feel their loss. And then we feel their loss so much more, not because they're not here so much, but because we stopped doing the things that we would do with them. He's saying still play those songs that make you think of him and remind you of him because you will feel his energy. He wants you to, when you hear those songs, know that he's with you at that exact moment. And he's handing you the rose, which is my symbol for birthday, anniversary, something that happens once a year.
No, my birthday was in March, but my anniversary's in August, so nothing coming.
No, I'm getting your mom coming forward now.
Oh, it's my mom's birthday, May 1st.
There we go. She's stepping forward. She's like, don't you dare forget about me. Now you know how this works. You know I'm here too. I don't want to be dead no more either. She's like taking her body off and throwing it on the floor like a wet bathing suit. Like I'm done with that thing. And she's like, I'm free and I'm here. I'm here. She's making me feel like she's happy not to be separated by distance anymore either. There's that feeling of having scattered family and not being able to be with everybody at the same time. And she needs you to know that she's teaching your son how to do that, how to be with everybody at the same time. She is with you with the plants. Isn't that cool? She's like, go get the new one. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Did you just get a new plant?
No.
Have you been thinking of one that you wanted?
No, but it might happen. Who knows?
Is that your happy place? I don't know why she's doing that. She's showing me on sale. She's showing me sales. And then she's like, go do it, go do it, go do it. It feels like a once in a lifetime thing. Almost like, I don't know if people are having sales because of COVID or whatever. If there's plant sales going on, they got to sell them now. I don't know what that's about. But she's making me feel like she has already got a sale highlighted for you. You just got to ask her for help because she can't interject in your free will, right? But if you ask her for help, she can guide you right to it.
Okay. She loved flowers, and I always bought her flowers so that's what she's probably telling me to do, is get flowers, because that
On her
was her
birthday.
happy place too.
And she's going to make sure that you get a wicked deal on them. I'll tell you that. Then she grabs your son and she's like, sweetie, deep breaths. I promise you, he's with me. We are together. There's a gentleman over there as well. So I think that's your dad. He's also on the other side. Yeah, I can see them. They're all together over there. And they're like, just breathe. I want you to start getting used to your son being invisible, but still here. Don't tell yourself he's gone. He's still here and he's invisible. So you are learning his new language. She's like, why do you think we got you under this crazy blonde girl? She's like, my daughter doesn't believe in this. And I'm like, what? She's here as a member. Was this
Yeah.
not your type of thing before? I don't know what that is.
No, I didn't go to mediums ever before, but I always believed in life after death, and I believe this is how I actually tried to connect. So yeah.
That's why they brought you to me, because I think that's what makes me different than a lot of mediums is I don't just give you the message. I try to help you understand the language, because I tell people all the time, just because they've left the physical body does not mean they stop speaking to you. It means that they can't speak the same language that they could before, because the vessel to speak that language is gone. They are vibrational energy now. So they have to utilize the vibrational energies all around you, and they communicate with synchronicity and cooperative incidences. That is the language of spirit. So pay attention to those all around you, and you will always be able to hear them. And pay attention to the slight subtleties. That's why I'm feeling the tickling on my face. I think your son keeps trying to kiss you. He keeps trying to wrap his arms around you. And I'm feeling the goosebumps that go up my body. It's so, the way, how do I explain this? Because as a medium, it's quite common for me. So if I am communicating with somebody, or even if I'm in my own world and like grocery shopping or something, I'll get goosebumps head to toe when spirit's around. He needs you to know that that's him, and not chalk it up to coincidence, chance, or random, and not think you're cold. That's when he's got his arms wrapped around you.
I do get a lot of goosebumps.
See, I knew it, because he's like grabbing you like this and kissing your cheek. He's like, that's me, that's me, that's me, that's me. Tell her that's me, tell her that's me. So the next time that you feel that, I want you to say hi and let him know you know he's there. And then just understand that once you get used to communicating with them like this, the communication gets upped. So you will communicate a lot easier, a lot more fluently, a lot more effectively as you start understanding the words, because the vibrational realities around you are kind of like words. So when you understand the goosebumps are him, that's one word he can use. When you understand the ladybugs that are crawling up your flowers are sent by him, that's another word he can use. The coins, the feathers, all of these things, whatever it is that he's going to use, and your mom already uses. When I said the feathers and the coins, she's like, I already used those.
There's been lots of feathers
Yeah, that's your mom.
since she passed. Yeah, she hasn't been gone very long either, actually. Less time than Byron.
Oh, wow, really?
She died 4 months to the day after he died.
Oh, honey. Well, they're
Yeah.
absolutely together. That's probably why they're coming through so much together, wanting you to know that they're together. And that's probably why I can see your dad kind of in the distance, because he's been there a little longer, hey?
20 years, yeah.
Did he smoke?
Yeah.
Because he's still smoking. I could smell the cigarette smoke, but when I looked at him, he goes, don't tell her, don't tell her. I'm like, okay, well,
He had quit though for years before he passed, but he did smoke for years when we were children.
That's why he said, don't tell you.
He started again.
Because you know what they tell me on that side? I do what I like. You can't kill me twice. I do what I like.
What age are they all? Like, are they the age they died?
No, well, yes and no. See, when I see them, I see their soul. I see your mom looking the way that your son would remember him.
Well,
Because
he would have seen her just like within the year of her passing.
yeah,
Like,
I see her around that too. Like I don't see her physical features, but I can kind of feel her age, and she comes through around that same age. But the general rule, I believe, is that spirit kind of, I don't want to say transitions, but rests at whatever age they were the happiest in life.
Oh,
So a lot of times that's around 20, 30, 40, somewhere in there. That's where they thought they were the most beautiful. That's where they felt the healthiest, the happiest, right? It's different for everyone though, because when I did my group reading, that big group reading that I just did on Thursday, I think that's the one where it happened. There was a lady whose daughter had passed at like 23, but she came through at like 7 or 8 years old. And I didn't know why she was coming through as such a young child. And that until through the reading, it was revealed that that's before the abuse started. That's before the mental stuff started. That's when she was at her happiest. So
mm,
and what your mom just said is she's making sure she stays the age that she is now because she loved how she was. She was happiest as she was. She didn't need to go back to when she was 20 or 30. She was happiest in her older age. That was her favorite time. You
mm.
understand that?
She was always happy. She's just that kind
That's
of person.
that's exactly. She's like, I didn't need to go back then. Look at me. I'm gorgeous. I'm perfect right here, right now. And she likes to remain that grandmother figure for your son.
Mm,
She's
makes
joking
sense.
about making him eat her food.
Mm,
That's weird. Usually grandma's cooking is like the best, right? Why is she
yeah,
saying I'm making him eat my food?
I don't know because, yeah, she was a good cook. I don't know.
Interesting. Because your son likes Cheetos and chips and pop and things like that more. He's not into the big food, the big meals, the old fashioned kind of sit down and cook meals. She's showing me
He
that
liked it.
energy of going and going and going and going. I'm making him sit. I'm making him eat. We're still doing these family activities. That's exactly it. I'm not letting him get out of here and go hang out with his friends and stuff. We're having those meals. That's what she's doing on the other side.
Nice.
She's pulling her energy back and saying thank you for the way that you guys laid her to rest. She said it's okay. And I feel like did she pass during COVID?
Yeah, she's actually in my living room. We haven't had her funeral yet.
That's why she's going like this. Do you see what I mean? That's why I said, is she passed during COVID? Because she said, thank you for the way that you've laid me to rest. And then she showed me over here, which was like a time lapse. And it felt like it wasn't quite done yet. And that's why I said, is this COVID? Because it feels like there's some restriction. But the reason why she's bringing this up is she doesn't want you to feel worried about that. She wants you to be at peace. She wants you to know that whenever it's right for the family, she's good. She's good hanging out at your house.
Yeah, good because she has to go to Nova Scotia and they don't let us in yet from Ontario. So
You will soon. Do you have a sister over there?
2, yeah.
Because she said sister. When you said on Nova Scotia, I heard sister. So just another validation that she knows. Just don't feel pressured or rushed. Just know that she's good hanging out with you. And when the time is right, she's excited about all of that because I don't know, she just put a block there. She's like, oh, you can't see exactly how this is going to go, but it's going to be better than what you expect.
Very
People are
good.
going to come that you're not expecting, I think.
We will have to wait then.
She's pulling her energy back, hon. I hope that was helpful.
Thank you. That was lovely. Thank you very much.
Okay, you guys. Diane, it's interesting. Can I just get you to put your thing on for a minute? I think you have a very quick reading coming up here, and then I'm switching to Marie, and I've got Wanda's people coming in as well, but there's this energy like this coming up. So with your energy, because your mom is on the other side.
Nope.
So this is a grandmother figure that's around you that is coming through then, because it is absolutely a mother figure, and there's a connection to the plant. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So who is the one that is connecting to the plants? Because she won't validate for me. She told me she's validated a million times before and I should know it. And she's got a little bit of a bossy attitude, just so you know.
It's my mom's mom.
That would be why I'm feeling the mother energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that this is why she's saying that she's showing me the piggybacking energy of everybody around you here, because
Okay.
I think she can communicate with you through all the messages coming through for everybody else, because she's making me feel like you are just trying to figure out how to get from where you are to where you want to go.
Yes.
Let's slow that down. First of all, getting started is a good thing. I feel like, yeah, we got started. And when you said you're renovating, did you just get this started? Did you just kick this into gear?
I'm not renovating, I'm selling.
Okay.
But I have been going like a crazy person for the last 2 weeks.
That would be the let's move, let's do it. Like I can feel it getting turned on.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're going though, do you feel that energy a little bit of gotta get it done, just gotta get it done, just gotta get it done, just gotta get it done?
Right now I do, yes.
That kind of energy can make it take longer.
Ooh.
I want you to understand this. Because
Okay.
when you are focused on gotta get it done, then that energy feels almost forceful. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different than this is awesome. This is finishing and the next part is coming and I'm loving this and I'm completing this and we're working through this. Everything's happening at exactly the right time. I'm loving this. That's a different energy than gotta get it done right now. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. Yes, I do.
The way that we feel controls the way that what we pull into our world. So let me give you an example of this. You know that I'm trying to get my THM center and everything up right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even though I know this stuff, it's still difficult for me sometimes too, right? I'm human.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get this center up and I'm waiting for a couple of loans or grants from the government for the COVID stuff that I was entitled to that I didn't even know I was entitled to. And I need that money to get to the next stage, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm waiting for that money, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been waiting. I've been living in the energy of waiting. And I thought I wasn't waiting impatiently or anything. I was waiting happily, but I've been waiting. So guess what happened? Everything else that I have money coming in for everything, it all got pushed back. All of a sudden, money that I won on my birthday didn't come in when it said it was going to come in. A couple of readings that were supposed to happen yesterday got rescheduled and canceled. Everything that had money got pushed aside. And guess what I was still doing with all of the rest of my money? Waiting. Because what you put out is what you get back. So you have to find a way to perceive it differently.
Okay.
So what I realized when that happened is, so it's actually a good thing that the money that I won online got pushed back, because it helps me to go, oh, look it, that's what I'm putting out now. We're not always conscious of what we're thinking or what energy we're putting out, right?
Right.
I don't think you were thinking about the gotta get it done as being a bad thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because we're just not always conscious about what that energy actually pulls back to us, right?
Yeah.
Once we become conscious of it, then the trick to it is to sit down and think about all the things that you are grateful for it being here right now.
Mm-hmm.
To change it from a waiting atmosphere to a right now atmosphere. It's already here atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the way that I can do that, for example, in my personal life was in my meditation this morning, I got up and I said, thank you for the people that helped me fill out the forms. Thank you for the bankers that reviewed my forms and approved it. Thank you for the bank account that is going to let it in at exactly the right moment. Thank you for all of the angelic help. Thank you for everybody that is helping me guide me step by step to where I want to go. And thank you for helping me feel more patient than I've ever felt in my entire life. And afterwards, literally, afterwards, the place that I had that I had won online that it didn't go through, they emailed me like almost as soon as I was done. Ding! And it's like, oh, you just withdrew on the wrong spot. You just do it on the right spot and it'll go through no problem.
Okay, yeah.
I've withdrawn like a million times before. I should have known that. But because my energy was all pushed away, I aligned with the option that pushed it away instead of the option that pulled it forward. So the second that I was able to find my gratitude, the clarity and the proper path presented itself.
Okay.
So in your energy, long story short, you are fast tracking to somewhere amazing. I'm not exactly sure where you're going, but the fact that you are initializing this, not renovations, but you're renovating to move, right? Or kind of thing, fixing things up. The second that you implemented that into your world, it's like I see all these other doors open up for you. And when you're done, you're going to like jump into them. It's quick transition. And I think that you know that. You can feel it.
Yes. Yes.
And you're excited.
Yes.
You're excited. That's different than impatient, right? So when you're feeling impatient or you're feeling gotta get it done now, that's when I want you to stop what you're doing, take a couple of minutes and remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be at exactly the right time and that everything is unfolding exactly when it needs to unfold and that you don't need to feel impatient because everything's going to happen exactly when it's supposed to and you know where you're going. That remind yourself, I'm not impatient, I'm excited. I am loving this.
Okay.
The more you love it, the faster you go. Does that make sense?
Yes, I needed that reminder. Absolutely.
Because just one more thing she said. She said, because what you will notice and the way that you can notice when you have to try to change what you're thinking is that things will start to get a little bit crunchy. That's my word for it. Is that so you get this flow going over the last 2 weeks where everything's going really well, really well, really well. Then you start to have things that now slow you down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
When those, and that's what I feel over the last couple of days maybe has had just a couple of things that are going to take a little longer than you thought or just a little bit of crunchiness. That's because you are impatient instead of excited.
Okay.
If you change your impatience to excitement, then those things iron themselves out. Make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. In this getting ready, I took apart my grandmother's 50-year-old organ. And I want to save the wood.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're making something out of it, aren't you? Because she's showing me the heart going around it. She's like beating her chest and then she blows the cobwebs off of it because she makes me feel that it hadn't been used in a long time.
Very long time.
Yes. And that's why she's loving it because the dead love you to use their stuff. They love you to use their stuff and whatnot because every time you do, you think of them.
Yes.
So, and I see this with jewelry a lot. They'll tell me, could you tell them to dig out my old ring and blow off the cobwebs? I want them to wear it. And then people will be like, well, it doesn't fit. And the dead are like, go change it, melt it down, change the size, do whatever you have to wear it so that I know, or so that they know that they're with them all the time. That's what, and it's funny, that's who's coming forward, right? That same grandmother?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she knows. She loves whatever you're going to do with that. Flowers in it, though. Are you making like flower pots or something?
No, I was thinking of making some either coasters or decorations, like Christmas decorations out of the wood.
Interesting. Why do I see flower boxes, like outside flower boxes? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a gardener by any chance or by any stretch, but so there's probably a word for them. I just don't know what they are. But I see them in people's yards sometimes, those elevated flower boxes.
Okay.
I'm seeing like cherry wood and like flower boxes.
Okay.
Is this cherry wood?
Yeah, it is.
So when you say the decorations and stuff, she's like, that's great. We have more than enough wood. But she's like, it's so beautiful. Put the flowers in it.
Okay.
And then she said, kill two birds with one stone. And I'm seeing the hearing your thoughts. Were you thinking about, this is interesting. Hold on a second. Wherever you sell this house, I see you taking the wood to the new house and doing the
Mhm.
flower boxes at the new house.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I would
something
do.
thinking about how to do, you're gonna love your new backyard. Or I don't know if that's why you're moving is for the backyard, but there is a beautiful backyard.
Oh, well,
I'm
I have a beautiful backyard right now that I don't want to leave.
that's why she's telling me to tell you this, I think.
Uh-huh.
Because
Okay.
she doesn't want you to look at that garden and feel sadness, because that
Yeah.
will leak out into everything. She
Mhm.
wants you to look at that and go, if I love this one this much, imagine how much better my new one is going to be. It's going to be twice as big and twice as beautiful, and it's going to have grandma's cherry wood around it, and it's going to
Oh,
make you feel her love in your garden every single time you're there.
that is beautiful.
Oh, she goes, you're beautiful. Mwah!
Oh.
She's so with you. She's loving this, by the way. She just showed me as she's pulling her energy back. She pulled her like sleeves up. She's like, let's go. She's doing
Uh,
this with you. I feel an energy of somebody that's certainly not me, because she likes this type of stuff, doesn't she?
yes. Yeah,
Like
she.
I can feel that she likes renovating. She likes the moving. She likes the being useful kind of energy.
Yes, being useful, absolutely.
So make sure you talk to her and ask her for help. She's
Oh.
like, you are still asking her for help, but
Yeah.
enjoy this as you go forward.
Absolutely. I so needed to hear this.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna let her pull back.
Okay.
Marie, I'm coming to you for a minute. Hi.
Hello.
So you're one of my newer members, and I don't remember who your loved ones are on the other side. So we have to do some validating here. Okay. There's a bit of a difference in energy here. Hold on a sec. So I'm going to get you to connect for me, just because I don't know if you're a little bit stressed right now or what that is, but we just need to clear that energy out for me. So both feet flat on the ground. I want you to close your eyes. And when I'm done talking, I want you to take a deep breath, picturing that deep breath starting at your big toe, slowly pulling it all the way up through your body and blow it straight towards me, and give me a minute to focus. Interesting. Okay, so remember when I said that I was feeling some stress or challenge or whatever this is? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to keep my eyes closed for just a minute. There's a bit of a puzzle dump coming through. You know what I mean by puzzle
Yes,
dump, right?
yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. I'm not sure if this is stress in your world or if this is just grief or anxiety around somebody's passing, but it's thick. And grief and anxiety, what they do is they kind of distort the energy, kind of like water distorts sound. So, but once we validate through this, it'll be easier for me to pick up.
Okay.
There's two people that I can see for sure. Whoops. One passed before we would think of as their time because they have white lighters all around them. Interesting the way those white lighters, I don't know if they've been there for some time, to be honest with you, but white lighters all around them. White lighters are beings on the other side, pure white light. Their job is to help souls heal. I don't think this person lived till we would think of as their time. Like they didn't live till 80 or 90 years old. They passed before we would think of as their time. But it feels like they have been there for some time because I see distance or space around them. I could be a little bit incorrect on that because again, this is the puzzle dump part, so bear with me. There is also a mother figure here that does couple of things. So one, she shows me the body scan, which is my symbol for more than one issue in the body or pain throughout the body. Makes it a little bit more difficult to breathe. But I don't know if this is just at the end because I'm really seeing like a difficulty to breathe at the end. You can even hear it in my voice. I'm hearing daddy's hand, so I think I'm going above. I think I'm going to your dad's mom. Is dad's mom on the other side?
Yes.
Did she have a breathing issue before she passed, or
Not that I remember.
what
My
this?
dad did though.
And he's on the other side?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
the person that passed before we would think of as their time?
No, he was 81, I think.
Oh, he's funny. He's like, yeah, I could have lived another 20 years. Has he been on the other side for some time?
Since 2014.
There's somebody else. Hold on a second. He's like, that's not me, Tracy. That's not me. I see your dad's energy clearly right now, but he's got the person that has been there for some time. Do you understand that? So somebody who passed either, well, white lighters surround somebody who either takes responsibility for their passing, committed suicide, or whose passing was sudden, unexpected, or traumatic. And they
I had a friend that died a year ago.
were they a distance away from you when they passed? Like, was this somewhere else where they passed?
Well, no, that we live in the same city.
When you talk about them, I can see them here, there. Now, so you got all these dead people stepping forward, but around Dad, he has reunited with the person that passed before we would think of as their time. This is
That would-
connected to your dad.
Well, I did have a sister who died at the age of 3.5.
See, there we go. Because your dad is bringing forward the person that passed in the trauma. You understand?
Yeah.
But your friend's like, so what? I don't get to talk? Oh, hold on. That's the person I was thinking was grandmother figure. Did she have an inability? Okay, so hold on. She shows me a big thing. So she shows me this, which is my symbol for everything happening very fast. Well, the way I think this was disease of some sort, because she shows me being diagnosed. She shows me something slow, 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 and then very fast.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, I can't breathe the last day or two before I pass. I'm like, I think somebody can remember that straggled breathing at the end. Do you understand?
Yeah, I wasn't able to see her because of the COVID restrictions, so I don't
That's
know
why
for
she's
sure,
playing it in my ear.
but it was really
Because
fast though.
that's this part of it. But the reason why she's playing that in my ear is because when you said I wasn't able to see her before she passed, I can feel the guilt or the sadness around that, not being able to see that. And she goes, that's why I want you to hear that. You didn't want to hear that. That's what you would have heard. And then you wouldn't have wanted to be there. She didn't want you to see her with that. Like that, let me tell you, she feels very proud. I gotta tell you, like, she's like, I wouldn't let her see me in my pajamas, let alone when I'm like, put this down. Was she married?
Yes.
Because she's passing on her love to the gentleman to the side. She's saying, please pass on my love to them. And then I'm seeing the for sale sign going on the house. So that's just my symbol for moving or renovations or something happening with the house. Do you know if they moved after she passed?
No, her husband's still in the house. I don't know if he has plans to move.
I feel gratitude. She's like, thank you. So this is recorded. Maybe let her see this afterwards because I feel like she's trying to give her blessing. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes people get stuck when their loved one passes, like just in that situation like that, right? Where you have a husband or wife. We lived in this house, say we lived in this house for like 10 years together or something or longer, right? Then their energy kind of gets baked into that house. And sometimes after their partner dies or child or somebody close to them dies, then it gets hard to stay in that house, right? But they feel guilty leaving it because that's where their partner was. So she's saying, do not feel any guilt. If you want to sell that house, you sell that house. She'll take him to a better one. Or if it's renovation, do it, because she's showing me that guiding energy that she's going to guide him to whatever it is that he wants. But she's like thanking you for giving her the chance to say, I love you and thank you. Because I can hear people talking to me, but I can't say anything back. So he would have been with her when she passed, right?
Yes, definitely.
Because she's making me feel like she could have hear everything that he was saying, but she wasn't able to quite get it out to him what she was trying to say. But I feel gratitude for him staying with her because she said, tell him I wasn't afraid. I think he was worried that she was afraid. And she
yeah.
said, tell him I was not afraid. She's teasing you about how she's not going to get old and you're going to get old. She's like, I'm going to stay young and beautiful forever. And she's like, you should see my hair. It is fabulous over here. I feel protective of my hair. I don't think it fell out though. Was this cancer?
Yes, it was. And it did it. Yeah, when it did.
She didn't want me to say.
No.
You get that, right? You would
Mhm.
understand that with
Yeah.
her personality.
Yeah.
Oh, please know that she's safe and at peace on the other side. She's met your dad, by the way. She said that she didn't know him in life, but she met him on the other side.
Oh, no, she did know him. Yeah, she knew him.
Well, they've gotten to know each other a lot better on that side.
Ah, okay.
Because I feel that energy like connect, right?
Hmm.
Are you single, hun?
Yes.
Okay, because you know how I know that? Because she's shopping for a man for you. She's like, now I'm here. I know your type. I know what you're looking for. I know who's good for you. She's like, Tracy, tell her I'm going to find her somebody awesome. Awesome. Slow this down. I feel it's your dad's energy that's trying to come back in. He's like, hello, it's my turn. Is your mom still here in the physical world?
No, she's passed away as well.
Did she pass after dad?
Yeah, 2 years after.
That's why. Because I'm seeing the white blanket. That's why I'm doing this. I'm not just being weird. That's the white blanket going around mom's shoulders. And I feel gratitude for everybody taking care of her, for the way that you took care of her after he passed.
Okay.
I feel some healing going between the two of them. The heart goes around the two of them. So that either means to me that they were separated or there was some type of tension between the two of them before they passed. Or it can mean sometimes I will see that if they were married a very long time and you know that energy of like when my spouse passes, it just breaks my heart and I don't know what to do anymore. And I need that healing. It's only being reunited that would heal that heart. So there's one of those energies because she's showing me that when she's reunited with your dad, her heart is healed. Do you
Oh, that's good.
understand that?
Yep.
She's like, she's wearing it. She's wearing it. Do you have a ring of your mom's or a
Yes, I
jewelry?
do.
And have
Wearing
you
it right now.
See, there we go.
Yep.
She said she's wearing it. She's wearing it. She's wearing
Yeah.
it. Did you not wear it as often before?
I've worn it every single day that I got it.
That would be why she's
Yeah.
mentioning it then.
And I told her whenever I looked at the ring, I would think of her. And I do.
She's thanking you for that. She's like, don't forget Mother's Day, hey?
Mm-hmm.
That's bold. Did she bake a lot?
Yeah, she would bake and cook.
Because I'm seeing cupcakes.
Oh.
I feel like but they're like, I'm seeing the Mother's Day cupcakes, like spring cupcakes that I've made before. So I'm pretty sure this is something for Mother's Day. Do you have kids?
Yes.
I think she's telling you to make sure that you get together with your kids on Mother's Day. It does matter.
Yes.
She's like, I'm watching them. Don't you worry. I'm watching them. I'm keeping an eye on them, kids. I'm watching them. And then that gives her relief. Oh, she loves her grandbabies. Holy, I just felt my heart go boom with love. But they're in like two different places, correct?
My children, you mean?
Yes.
Not right. Well, they were, but now they're in the same place.
I felt their energies like this. And when you said now they're in their same place, you know what I heard her say? You're welcome.
Oh.
Were you praying for that or hoping that somebody would move back or something?
Well, I was concerned about some things with my son, so.
So she helped with that. Did you ask her for help with that?
Yeah, I think I did.
She said, you're welcome. She just wants you to know that that was her, because if you know that was her, then you can connect to her again moving forward.
Okay.
You heard what I said to, I think it was Trisha earlier. Get outside, open the window, get the
Mhm.
sun in. She's like trying to infuse you, doing the Care Bear stare with like literally, I'm seeing vitamin D, vitamin D, vitamin D going right into you. You haven't had enough sunshine lately, hey?
No, not lately, but I did go out and bike today, so
Good.
I went for a walk.
And you need this sunshine. She needs you to know that's her putting this in your head, right?
Okay.
Telling you what you need, but you're picking it up through thought. You
Yeah.
can feel her energy through the vibration of thought, just like we feel the energy of baking bread from the vibration of our nose. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is so good for you. And she spun you around, which is my symbol for taking better care of our health, watching what we eat, different lifestyle, that kind of thing. Have you lost weight recently?
A little bit, not a whole lot.
This is just the beginning, is what I heard. Just the beginning. Because you're feeling better. It's about feeling better. That's what I'm feeling. They are starting to pull their energy back a bit, but as they do, remember I said that anxiety or that frustration or grief that was around you, I feel it's starting to lift as you are connecting to the things that help you moving forward. And as you ask your loved ones for help, for example, the energy of stress was thicker before you asked your mom for help with your son. Once you asked her for help with your son and he has kind of situated himself now, that kind of goes away. And now you're picking up the thought from her to get out and go have sun and go do exercise. That is fun. That makes you look better, feel better, think better, all of those kinds of things. And it's like I can just feel the energy getting not thinner, but clearer and clearer and clearer. And I'm hearing that song, I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You know that song?
Yes, I do.
She's so proud of you. You must have been in that tension for a long time, hey?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can feel it's clearing away. So keep making those choices that you're making now, and remember that it's baby steps.
Okay.
And it happens in little bit by little bit. And you heard what I was saying to Diane earlier about how you got to get into the energy of what you want and be careful. Sometimes we don't quite emit, or we don't quite realize that we're emitting an opposite energy of what we want,
Right.
like what I just did. So if that happens and you start seeing your world get a little crunchy, then just stop and ask yourself a bunch of questions about what you're really thinking or feeling right now. And if you're in an impatience or a doubt or something like that, just switch it over and talk to yourself the same way you would one of your children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope that was helpful.
Yeah, it was. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Wanda, I'm going to come to you real quick. Oh, honey, you have two energies here right away. I don't even have to do the grounding exercise with you because they're so strong. I hear sister, 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 and I see your daughter immediately. They're really excited. They're showing me flowers all around you. Somebody just gave you a bouquet of flowers. Did you just get flowers?
I did a while ago
How long is a while ago?
during Easter.
There
I
we go.
had
That's not
flowers
that long ago.
on my table. Yeah.
That's her. She's validating that she helped bring those to you. Oh, I can see your beautiful face now. As soon as I saw your face, I wasn't expecting, your camera was blocked off. She goes, isn't my mama so beautiful? She's like, tell her I love her hair. Tell her I love her hair. Tell her I love your hair. Did you like do it today with a straightener or something like this?
Yes. Well, I'm trying. I'm not really, girly. So I've never really used any type of curling irons or
And you did
straighteners,
today.
but I'm trying.
Isn't that weird? See, that's how this is what I love about spirit, is they might bring up really random, completely, totally random things. But she said that to you, not anybody else on this board. And that's what you're actually learning right now. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Because your daughter is loving it. She's loving it. You know what she's loving? And not just your daughter, your sister. they are loving that you are taking the time to look and feel beautiful again. She said it was so long since you took any time for yourself that you didn't care what you looked like before. And
That's so right.
she's loving that you care what you look like again, because when you look good, you feel good. And when you look and feel good, you emit good. And then good comes pouring back in.
Aw,
So extraordinarily excited about this. She said, get on the horse. What does that mean? That was random.
yes. I told my husband too, this year I'm gonna ride again. I want to ride a horse. I want
Oh,
to go up into the hills and just go for a ride. It's
do you
part of
know
my
what?
family.
I am seeing so much pride for you. Your daughter gets and your sister get emotional because there used to be an addiction here in some time in the past, correct? That you battled.
Yes.
And what they're talking about is how beautiful you look, how amazing you look, how radiant your life is, and how you are transforming your life from one of addiction and pain into one of beauty and promise and health and vitality. And she's like, Mom, this is leaking out onto everybody else. You know, first they will criticize you and go, who do you think you are? How dare you? Don't tell me what to do. Worry about yourself, right? And so then
Yeah.
you worry about yourself and you elevate yourself to this position of beauty and thriving and abundance and love for your life. And then they look at you and go, hey, how'd you do that? I want to do that. There's a niece or somebody underneath of you. Did your sister have a daughter here in the physical world
Yes.
that is also kind of struggling with addiction as well?
Yes.
Because she said you're doing it for them and she gets emotional and she's thanking you so much. Please know that when you put, oh, don't make me cry, guys. Stop it. When you put that much attention and effort and love into yourself, you show everyone else in your family that that is okay. Because it's almost like your family believes or has been taught that it's not okay to love ourselves like that. That's selfish or that's
Yeah.
narcissistic. And if you don't have love for yourself, how can you give love for anyone else?
So true. So true.
She's
Yeah.
like, Mama, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going on the horse. Your daughter's getting you on that horse. She said, start looking. Start looking around. They have already aligned it for you.
Yes. I told him what kind of horse I want too.
See, that's what she's saying. She's like, I got it aligned for you, Mama. I got it aligned. And then
Yeah.
I'm seeing, thank him for me. The general, you're married, correct?
Yeah.
Is that your daughter's stepdad?
No,
That's
it's
her
her
father?
dad. Yeah.
Were they a bit separated before she passed? Were they a bit at odds before she passed?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
disconnect I can feel because she put the heart around the two of them and she said, tell Dad I love him. Tell Dad
Aw.
that she's funny. She's like, you know what, Dad? Or you know what, Mom? Dad just thinks you're hot now. So he'll do whatever he want, whatever you need him to do because Mom's hot.
Yeah. That's so funny.
She's like, I
Thank
love
you,
them
Grace.
both. I love them both. I love them. I love that the healing is there. I love that my parents are the ones that are going to show the rest of the family because it's almost like you were the underdog. You were the one that they said would never make it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She's
They
like,
were the
and
one
look at you
that said
now.
Wanda's so angry at the world.
Oh, honey, you are
Oh my
such a beautiful
gosh. Yeah.
healer. You don't even understand the power of healing that you're going to have on the rest of your community, not just your
Oh,
family, but your community as well. And as far as this horse thing goes, I see it being a pattern that gets going forward. Like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's almost like you go on a ride once and you love it so much that you organize community rides or something like this, and it becomes a
yes.
thing.
Because that's where we are. We're champions in rodeo. That's my history here.
Shut
And that's the
up!
history of the community.
That's why she wants you
Yeah.
guys to get riding again. Somebody came in and gave you guys addictions instead. And she's not racist. She's like, those damn white people came in.
Oh my.
I don't take it personal. It's
Okay.
mostly true. But the reality is this is being healed right now. And I love that what they're doing is they're taking one of the people they said could never be healed and they're healing you so that all those other people that didn't think they were as sick as you were, when they see that the person who was sicker than them is healed, they can do it too.
Yes. Oh, thank
She
you.
loves you.
It just
She's
confirms it. And I've been visualizing the ones that are struggling as healthy people, as productive people. And oh, the last time I saw my niece, oh my God, she was beautiful. She even has a little belly.
that's your sister's daughter, right?
Yes.
Oh, she's like, because when you said that, I got goosebumps up and down my whole body, and I felt the heart go around it, and just thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you get a tattoo for your sister?
No, no,
I'm seeing a little baby heart, and thank you. Somebody got a little baby heart tattoo.
it could be my niece
Could
because
be.
I think they've been tattooing. Yeah.
Tell her that your sister is thanking her for that.
Okay.
Aw. She loves you very much. She's like, oh, we'll see you again.
Definitely.
And then she goes, and you got a birthday coming up. So is this in like June, July? What's in June, July?
That would be my daughter's birthday, Robin, the one that passed.
I think you're gonna win the reading around that time because she said that
Oh,
she's got a birthday. You'll get a birthday present for my birthday, Mom.
oh, nice.
Mm.
Aw.
She's pulling her energy back. Well, as she does, she's like, let's do it. Are you guys going on a picnic or are you cooking something today?
Well, I want the boys to come up to the hills here and take a little walk and get their heart beating, get all of us to do it. So,
She's like, pack some food. That's why she's showing me the picnic. She's like, if you want boys to come with you, just pack food. You know how this works,
yeah,
Mom.
you're so right.
And she'll be there with you. And
Okay.
she's like thanking you. She loves you so much. They both love you so much. There's other people
Oh,
back there, but they chose to come through together today.
oh, thank you.
You're
I love them
welcome.
so much too.
And you look beautiful today.
Thank you.
All
I've been
right.
getting out. It's so
Awesome.
much better. I
It
feel
is.
so
The
much
sun
lighter.
literally has vitamin D in it. And when you go outside,
Yeah,
even for just 5 minutes, it is an amazing uplifting. It can uplift your soul in literally 30 seconds, 5 minutes.
that's
It's
so
extreme.
true. Yeah.
They're pulling their
Thank you
energy
so
back. I
much.
hope this is helpful, guys.
It's always helpful.
And I love that that there was a bunch of members on today and that I can read even more people when we are on Zoom than I could when I was trying to call everybody. And I just am going to say, if there's anybody still watching when I post this onto YouTube and you guys here, that one of the things I'm going to do from now on is, because especially on Tuesdays, people haven't been showing up. And I'm not sure if it's because they just don't know how to get onto the Zoom or whatnot. So I just want to remind all my members that if you don't understand the Zoom thing, just email me your phone number and I will call you when we do our Zoom meetings. And if I don't get enough members to read on my Tuesday and Saturdays, because that's been happening to me, especially on Tuesdays, then the reason, now that I've made my sister a host and she's going to be on all our Zooms, what she's going to do is, if not enough members show up, we're going to post the link on the main page on the Facebook page. And anybody can come on and get a free reading because I'm here for that hour. So I don't want to waste my hour, right? So if
Hmm.
there's not enough members on, then if people who don't have a membership can jump on once we post the link. Awesome, right?
Yes.
All right, guys, have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you
You
guys all on
too.
Tuesday. And thank you, Tammy, for hosting this. You might have to end it. Yeah, you're going to have to end the meeting, Tammy, because you're the host.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Bye,
All
guys.
right.
See
Thanks,
ya.
Tracy. Bye.
Bye. You just got to end for all, Tam. Oh, now I'm the host.